In this video, I'm going to provide you with some new intelligence that indicates there could be a new 60 Minutes episode this year encompassing new videos and data on UAP with unusual flight characteristics, as well as testimony from new witnesses such as the current head of AARO, All Domain Resolution Office, which is the UAP office in the Pentagon, headed by Sean Kirkpatrick. In May of 2021, there was an entire 60 Minutes segment on UAP. I'll link to that episode in the description below. Let's get this party started, ladies and gentlemen. On February 7th, I wrote on Twitter, let's get a 60 Minutes episode this year focusing exclusively on legacy UAP programs with direct witness testimony. Is that asking too much? Then on February 8th, Christopher Wolford chimed in and directly messaged Graham Messick, what do you think? And Graham Messick is the producer of 60 Minutes. And he wrote on February 11th, we'd love to interview Sean Kirkpatrick, and we'd love to know specifically about UAP with unusual flight characteristics, and to show the public video and other data kept hidden by the Pentagon for whatever reason from these and so many more reported and unreported incidents. Now, in case there are any important people that are employees of the DoD that are watching this, and well, of course there are, because I'm UAP Jesus. I mean, I don't mean to be braggadocious, but just being realistic here. Anyways, my perspective on UAP transparency. Well, there are many routes the U.S. government could go to bring this out to the public in a way that diminishes panic, diminishes even a lack of trust or blowback or animosity toward the U.S. government. But it just struck me now that potentially a great way for the U.S. government to bring this out to the public in a benign, unthreatening way that kind of, I think, would organically infuse into the zeitgeist, minimizing blowback, minimizing antagonism, just kind of just a weirdly unnoticeable way to do it, but yet you're still doing it, right? This could surpass, this could be much more practical than holding a press conference or doing something really dramatic. Why not bypass that, right? Because we want the American government to do this in a way that harms them the least, right? And maybe people disagree with me. I'm not here to throw the U.S. government under the bus. I just want the American public and my fellow human being on this planet to know the truth of their cosmos. And so my idea is echoing Graham Messick's desire, which is to showcase some of the finest video footage of UAP and use 60 Minutes as an avenue to educate the public on their place in the universe. It's just television, right? It's just television. It's no big deal. We're all good. It's a TV show. And yet, let it be sanctioned. Let the footage have provenance. And let that be a catalyst for the discussion to unfold amongst the public. To me, this would be a very beautiful way to instigate what is colloquially referred to as disclosure. This seems more preferable than having some dramatic press conference, right? Just think it over. Now, in the comments below Graham Messick's tweet where he said he'd like to do a follow-up 60 Minutes episode on UAP, there were people saying they would love to have Jay Stratton be interviewed. And I second that. Jay Stratton is an extremely, or he's no longer an employee of the government. He's now employed by Radiance Technology, which is a contractor of the government. But when he was employed by the government, he held an extremely high ranking, higher than Luis Elizondo. Some people, although Jay downplays this, some people have likened it to a 2-star general. And What's amazing about Jay Stratton is that he has been involved in all of the known modern day public UAP study efforts, if you will. I'm going to leave it to journalist George Knapp to go into this. And this is from his and Jeremy Corbell's third episode of Weaponized.
Who was involved in key positions in these UFO programs. OSAP, ATIP, the UAP Task Force, and ARROW. He is the only person who is involved in all of those, who is sort of the common link from the start of OSAP through the creation of ARROW, and continues, I think, to advise the folks who are involved with that. There's only one guy that's been there for that whole trip, who has worked with OSAP and then Lou Elizondo with ATIP and created, in essence, the UAP Task Force, who got the government to shift from using the term UFO to UAP.
And here's a picture of Jay Stratton. Thank you, Jay, for your service to the United States and for your courage to do what I consider as self-evident, the right thing, by publicly speaking out about this incredible scientific enigma we refer to as UAP. The house of cards is falling, baby. Please do not forget to subscribe. And if you'd like to support this channel, you can check out my merch shop where I sell t-shirts. You can become a patron. You can become a YouTube member. You can give me a one-time donation. All those possibilities can be done in the description below. Or you could just slap a like on this bad boy, and I will appreciate it so much. Thank you so much for watching, and I look forward to seeing you in the next episode. Special thanks to all patrons, YouTube members, those that have bought merch, those that have given me a one-time donation. I couldn't do without you. Thank you so much. See you in the next episode.